Nigerians have forgotten that in 2013, 2014, and part of 2015, hardly a day passed without one bomb exploding in one part of the country or the other.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's now officially 10 years since the APC took over the affairs of Nigeria. And of course, now officially 2 years since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu took over the reins of affairs. During this period, the party promised to aggressively address the issues of corruption, the economy, and of course, security. Now, 10 years down the line, have those promises been fulfilled? You know, we can have a debate about the party's performance in the fight against corruption and their economic policies. But no matter how you dice this one, security has been a total disaster under this APC government. And as always, I come with receipts. Now in this video, you will see President Buhari and top government officials under his administration describing the security situation President Jonathan left their government and party. Watch.
The country was in a disorderly state. The greatest challenge then was insurgency, and that insurgency was overrunning the country. The insurgency started in Northeast. It moved into Northwest. It moved into North Central. It moved into the federal capital, Abuja. It had gone as far as Kogi, or as near as Kogi, to the southwest. After Kogi, where would we go? Southwest. If it overruns southwest, where next? South-south. And what is left of the country? You weren't sure that Nigeria will be there in the next couple of weeks.
Nigerians have forgotten that in 2013, 2014, and part of 2015, hardly a day passed without one bomb exploding in one part of the country or the other. Most people would not want to spend a night in Abuja because Abuja was clearly one of the safest cities in Nigeria then. The United Nations headquarters was bombed. The police headquarters was bombed. The Yanyam market was bombed. Some other supermarkets. As a matter of fact, I remember 13 local governments out of 20 in Borno State alone was under the complete control of Boko Haram. When I say complete control, I'm saying this is a situation where the Boko Haram had destroyed their own government. They fired emirs, installed emirs, collected taxes, and to all intents and purposes, they were in charge.
People were not even able to come out to the mosques and churches to pray. People were not allowed to go to the markets.
In 2015, I was then a Major General. I'm still within the Northeast in terms of my deployment. The situation in the Northeast then had deteriorated to such an extent that 3 major states in the Northeast, namely Adamawa, Borno, and Yobe, were at the heat of it all. The worst of them all was Borno State, where about 17 local governments were under direct control of the Boko Haram terrorists. In Adamawa, you had about 2 actually. Then the third one was just partially. And then the same number, about 2 or 3 in Yobe State. In other parts of the country, you had, of course, the Niger Delta. But then we're, of course, coming out from the throes of the militancy, and, of course, the threats had not abated completely. But, of course, we're making gradual progress. And, of course, there were also issues of some part of the Northwest that had a lot of issues, too, with respect to banditry, cattle rustling, among several others. And so this was where we were in 2015, security-wise.
Our battle to ensure that all Nigerians live in a safe and secure environment have achieved considerable results. as I complete my term in office, we have been able to reduce the incidences of banditry, terrorism, armed robbery, and other criminal activities considerably.
Now listen to how the current government of President Tinubu described what they inherited from the President Muhammadu Buhari administration on May 29, 2023.
Mr. President, in order to appreciate where we are today, it is important to look at where we were before May 29. Before renewed hope, the security situation before May 29, 2023 was there, threatening the cohesion, stability, and integrity of the Nigerian state. High-profile attacks, widespread displacement, and mass casualties underscored the urgent need for a renewed national security strategy. 5 intractable security challenges impacted our country. They are Boko Haram, ISWAP, the jihadis, banditry and kidnapping in the northwest, separatist agitations in the southeast, Niger Delta, and communal conflicts, including herder-farmer clashes, especially in the north central. Your Excellency, Boko Haram insurgency. Before 2023, over 35,000 people were killed, according to estimates, official, and various conflict monitoring sources. Banditry, over 12,000, 1 million displaced, and 1 million children out of school by October 2021. In 2022, Your Excellency, high-profile bandits, notable incidents including the Kaduna train attack, the attack on the gas battalion, Owo Catholic Church attack, and the Kuje prison attack or break. Mr. President, those are the things that were happening before 2023. Kaduna State alone in 2021, Mr. President, alone, government data reported 1,192 people were killed, 3,348 kidnapped, only in Kaduna and in just 1 year before you came in. In Benue and Plateau states, before May 2023, violent conflicts caused thousands of deaths, over 5,000 in Benue alone, according to Benue State Emergency Management Agency data, and hundreds in Plateau State, resulting in massive displacements and widespread destructions. In the Southeast, Your Excellency, between October 2020 and June 2021, IPOP, ESN murderous attacks destroyed 164 police stations, killed 128 policemen, injured 144, destroyed 628 vehicles, carried out 3 prison breaks, including the Owerri facility where 1,841 inmates escaped, and attacked the Immigration Service headquarters in Umuahia. In the Niger Delta, arrest was primarily linked to economic sabotage and oil theft, with crude oil production brought down to about 1 million, sometimes less, barrels per day before May 29. And Mr. President, this is what you have inherited. It's very important to reflect and see where we are coming.
Now, for some of us, none of that is surprising. There were things we already knew happened during Buhari's reign as president. But hearing it at an official function of government from a senior member of government honestly feels differently. Obviously, the APC government has been lying to us as a nation. I mean, how can we then believe what they are telling us about the current security situation in the country? Just how? Perhaps we might need to wait till the end of his own tenure as president to find out what truly was the state of security when he was president.